Everyone, wanted to hop on here for a mid day update. Obviously, we've had a lot of developments here since this morning. If you remember back here this morning, we were up in this area, and I mentioned that we could go as low as 327 or 320. Obviously, we've come down here to about 316. I really would like us not to go any lower than 314. The reason for that, let me just get to a larger time frame here. The reason for that is because obviously on the 6 hour, we have the 50 EMA holding us on the 6 hour. This wave pattern is already showing different movements to what November of 2014 was. So that is a data point for us to consider. I thought we were a lot more bullish. We still might be, but I have to go on the data in front of me and how the data is telling me what the next setup might be. So if this was wave 1 off of 161 way back here in April, if this was wave 1, that was wave 2 to 190-ish back on June 22nd. And then we just put in wave 3, which this would be a typical wave 3 at the 1886 fib extension. So that's wave 4, wave 3. This is wave 4. Then wave 5 is either going to hit 627 or the 4618 at 871. Now, the big question is, from there, do we have any more left? I don't know. Could this be a larger... I think what's difficult to figure out is, I said that with XRP, it's a little bit difficult because a lot of people are counting this as wave 1 over here of the larger degree. And then this was wave 3, this was 4, and this could be 5. Honestly, with today's movements, I start to question if that's the case, because if this was a parabolic wave 3 is where we get our price expansion and our market expansion above the old all-time high. And this kind of pullback, even though it's not terrible, it's only like a 10 to 13% intraday pullback. The problem with it is it starts to question the parabolic nature of this. So again, with Elliott Wave counting, it's just difficult because you don't know exactly where you are in the counts. You're just giving your best guess based on a ton of different factors. Again, by the daily close here in another 5 hours and 50 minutes, we'll know more information. Let's see what kind of bounce we get going into the daily close here. We did just close the hourly pretty bullish with this bullish pin bar here, and it looks like we're getting confirming movement so far here. So we had a lot of buy volume step in here and push us back to the green. So let's see if we can get back above 335, 340 before the daily close. I would love to see that. I'd love to see an aggressive move out of here. But yeah, that's just where we are. So we really need to hold 314, 313.75. If this was a wave 4, it's just hard to believe that the symmetry on this, because what I was counting was this here, and I was thinking that this was wave 4, and then up here was wave 5 of a larger parabolic degree third. But now with this count, I really don't know what I'm looking at other than this was an ABC. This right here was an ABC correction. Sorry for the piano in the background. A, B. So that was an ABC correction. So this is your wave 4 if we hold there. So it's still possible that this is a larger third, but it's just hard for me to see that. Maybe we come up here for 450, and then we have a larger fourth of the larger degree overall macro count. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the problem with Elliott Wave theory, is it gets concatenated within the waves. So yeah, maybe this is a larger count and we come up here to 450. Then we have a little sideways chop for the larger macro 4. And then we end up putting in a higher price towards that $12 range. But right now, I have to say, based on what I'm seeing so far, that I'm going to be looking at 627, 871, and then best case scenario would be about $12. And that's, again, hoping that we're in a different wave count than what I'm currently seeing. Because right now this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe this is a 5, then a shallow wave 2, then a larger 3, 4, 5. There again, I'm trying to show you how the counts on these are very relative and subjective to where you're at and being able to guess that, right? So, that's what I'm seeing. Hopefully the dump is over at this point. We thought it was yesterday. But now we've lost the 50 on the 4 hour on the RSI. So not encouraging. I don't like this sell volume here. I guess we should have known this was the top of a local top based on the sells or the XRP movements that Chris Larsen had yesterday. This one here by Ripple hasn't been moved to an exchange yet, but we're watching this wallet too. We're basically watching all the whale wallets right now because, Chris moved all those XRP to the exchange yesterday. Now, in his defense, he moved several million back about a week ago as well when we were breaking above 250. So, hard to say for sure, but just taking all these data points into account. So hope that helps you, everyone. Like I said, looking to close back above on the 4 hour, or on the 4 hour, it'd be great to close back above the 50 EMA before the close of this candle, which would be at 3 o'clock. If not, definitely before the daily close. Anyway, I'm still sick, but thank you guys for your patience. And still looks okay, but we definitely don't need to lose 314. So let's hope that we're on our march up now from here. See ya. Bye.